Today's episode of Film Riot is brought to you by Domain.com and Squarespace. Today on Film Riot, we have day 3 of production on Tell. Then I finish my conversation with Todd, and we answer your questions. Initiate launch sequence. Welcome to Film Riot, the show that takes mystery out of the effects and techniques of going to some of your favorite Hollywood films. I'm your host, Ryan Conley. Last week, we showed you a big part of a conversation between myself and Todd Bruno, my lead actor on Tell, about acting and directing actors, but we had a lot left over that I wanted to show you guys, including our answers to some of your user-submitted questions. But before we get into that, we're going to take a look at day 3 of production on Tell. Then after that, me and Todd talk, answer your questions. It's gonna be good. I'll see you at the end.
Hi, my name is Shauna and I'm playing the part of Jenny.
Action!
Let's do one walkthrough and then we'll...
Eris, was that his handle slate?
Like that.
My character is actually a lot like me. The script is great. It's not like a gory film, so it'll keep you suspenseful, but it won't be blood and guts everywhere.
I think it's definitely easier that he wrote it and directed it because he obviously knows the script backwards and forwards and knows just what he wants. So it makes my job easy that he's not like running to a script saying, is this like the character? Because he made them up, so he knows.
Yes, he does.
No, Josh, that's...
It's 3 in the morning and we're pouring blood through an attic.
It is officially... It's officially 4 a.m. We started at 8 a.m. We've been going for 20 hours.
Logo. Okay, so hot topic for actors, line reads. Do you love them or do you hate them passionately like a lot of actors do? And I guess, well, first of all, explain for the people what a line read is, because some people might not know what a line read is.
Okay, a line read is when a director tells you exactly how they want you to say a line.
In the emotion that it should be said.
Right. The emotion, the inflections, the meaning, they literally say the line like this, and then they say it. And I neither love them nor hate them. I'm fine with them. A lot of actors don't like them because they feel it squelches their craft, their artistic expression.
Right.
I think that's more about ego than anything else.
I do too.
My goal is to do whatever I can to the best of my ability to help you get the shot that you want.
Right.
So anything that you give me that helps me do that, I'm gonna accept.
Yeah, it was funny because I've worked with actors that hated them so much. And then when I was working with you, you actually asked for a line read a few times.
Did I?
Yeah. And I was like, I didn't know what to do with myself. I'm like, no, I don't want to give you just do it. It's okay, just do it, it's fine. Because I love line reads.
Yeah.
I love them. I mean, not always. I like an actor to do their thing, and more than not, I mean, you hire an actor to do their thing for you, to read your lines for you. If I could read the lines like you could read the lines, I would just be in it. I can't. Especially in comedy and in thriller, I love line reads because it's so technical that sometimes I'm like, I want it just like this to make the audience feel just like this. Especially when comedy, because that joke's punctuated so much by if this word is said higher or lower. You know what I mean? And thriller is the same thing. Every beat is extremely important. Squarespace is the fast and easy way to create a high-quality blog, portfolio, or any kind of website. If you have questions or need help, Squarespace provides every member with amazing support, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Start your website or blog by choosing from over 60 professionally designed templates, then customize it and add content from your computer, iPhone, or iPad. Squarespace's mobile apps allow you to easily add entries and manage comments from anywhere. Many of the internet's highest traffic web pages are powered by Squarespace, not to mention many of our Web3 personalities, including myself. So check out squarespace.com/Film Riot to get a 2-week free trial and learn more.
Logo. There's something I've been wondering since last episode when you mentioned it. How do you feel your no rehearsal strategy worked out?
I think it worked out pretty well. Looking at the raw footage, I really like what we got. I can't say for certain, obviously, if it was the no rehearsal that really got everybody there, but I think my thought process really worked out, whereas I didn't want everybody getting together in one room and really getting comfortable with each other. I wanted to push that, uncomfortable vibe and all the acting and just make it more tense and awkward in some of the scenes between the actors, between pretty much all the actresses. I wanted there to be that wall there. So I didn't want them to see you as Todd. I wanted them to see you as Taylor. And especially because, we're all still working towards what we wanted to be. I was using as many tools as I possibly could to make sure we were going to get what I wanted to get. But what did you think about not rehearsing?
Well, it was a challenge. It was definitely a challenge. Because my process is, it tends to be start slow and rehearse a lot. I love to rehearse. And on top of starting off the shoot with the most difficult scene.
Yes, I threw you right under the bus with that
was
one.
a huge challenge, but one that I'm grateful for now because it made me adjust my process instantly.
Yeah.
And accelerate it, which is I think what you have to do in film in general.
Yeah. Which that was my thought process. My thought process was if I could throw you into the fire right up front, in front of this crew, none of us know each other. If we all just went into this fire together, that we would become tight-knit like that. And if we could knock that scene out, well, then the rest would just be downhill after that. And I really think it worked.
It was a risk, though.
It was.
Because if that first scene didn't work, I guess we would have had to come back to it later.
Yeah, because that was one of the most important scenes in the movie. That either kill it or, make you believe what's happening. All right, I guess we're going to switch now over to you guys' questions, which we have on Facebook and on Twitter. I guess you could pick a question, and then I'll pick a question, and we can ask them back and forth depending on whose is. I mean, the first one I have here is, do you think observing life is important for an actor? And have you tried to place yourself in someone else's shoes? I guess what they mean is, do you people watch? And does that help you as an actor?
Constantly, yeah. I do it all the time. It comes naturally now. Reading behavior is really what my training is in. The entire first year at the Playhouse was all learning how to read behavior and react to it honestly.
That's what helps me as a director too, to help someone get there, is by people watching like you do and trying to understand their motivations and why would they do that.
Here's one from Andrew on Twitter. How do you direct actors without sounding like a douchebag? Or is that just how it has to be?
No, if you're sounding like a douchebag, you're doing it completely wrong and turning your entire crew off to you. You have to be, sometimes you have to be stern, if people are out of line, and you have to make sure you have a tight ship that everybody's falling in line. Even an actor, if an actor's like any problems, I take them quietly aside and talk to them one-on-one, be like, listen, this is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. We need to adjust this, or it's gonna, if you sound like a douchebag, you are not a good director, I think.
And it sounds like Andrew thinks that that's part of the director's job, is to be a douchebag.
No, not at all, not at all. You should be the actor's best friend, like we said. You guys should have a camaraderie on set. You guys should be working together and just have a good dialogue with each other. I mean, you should never be a douchebag.
I can vouch for that.
Here we go. This one's from Sam on Twitter. It says, how does Todd deal with all the changing and planning, like rewriting the script, changing in shots, etc.?
Oh, that's a good question. And the way I prepare now is I prepare those three components separately. The dialogue memorized, my character developed, and the script analyzed. I keep all of those separate. When I memorize lines, I memorize them monotone. No inflections, no meaning. I keep it separate from the character so that I'm not locked into saying a line any particular way.
That is great, because I hate it when an actor obviously like rehearse by themselves and they have this inflection locked in their brain and they cannot break it. They say it the same way over and over and over, and it is not how I want it.
Developing or preparing each of those three components separately from each other allows me, when I arrive on set, to change any of them. Depending on what you say, you may want an adjustment to the character with the same lines. It's not going to mess up the lines as they're memorized in my head, because I haven't decided how I'm going to say anything yet. I can change any of those components without affecting the other ones. So that makes it a lot easier. I hope that answers your question.
Good answer, good answer. Good answer, Todd.
Here's an interesting one from Facebook. Dan asks, how do you convince actors to do a movie for free?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many people are willing to do a movie for free. I mean, especially when you're in the indie scene, there's so many people who want to be actors, just like there's so many people who want to be filmmakers. And to be an actor, you need a reel. You need practice. Just like as a filmmaker, you need a reel. You need practice. You know, you need to make these stories so you can get better. So a lot of these people are looking to do it just for, you know, that credit. I don't know. You're the actor. Am I wrong? Or?
No, I agree with everything you said. It's about offering the actor something valuable.
Right.
You can't offer them money, but you can offer them the copy for their reel.
Exactly.
An IMDb credit, maybe.
Which would be nice. Yeah, and I think it also goes, you know, how you treat them, you know, up front. You know, but if ever I took you guys for coffee to, you know, to go over the script, you didn't pay, I paid. You know, it's just understanding and showing them that their time is valuable to you, and you know that they're doing something for you, and you know, treating them with respect. I think that's a big part of it, of not getting this douchebag attitude of I'm the director and you're the actor, and because you're not. There's a ton of people that are doing you a favor, so you could try to, you know, see your dream of making the story come to fruition.
Right.
So last question, which this one goes to both of us, and it is, what is your advice to actors? So what is your advice to actors as an actor, and then I'll give what is my advice to actors from a director.
I think the overall, the big thing is make sure you go into it with the right attitude. That it's not about you, it's about the project, and that you're no more important than the guys hanging the lights, the guy holding the boom, people doing your makeup, and the director's the captain of the ship. If you go in with that attitude, the philosophy that your job as an actor is to do everything within your power to help the director get the shot that he wants. Everything else sort of follows from that.
Yeah.
The two major things that follow from that are do your homework. When you show up on set, you need to be ready to perform. The character work, the line memorization, and the script analysis needs to be done before you arrive on set, because you will not have time to do it then. The second thing is use your time on set wisely. And I stress that now. I didn't used to, but I did a film a couple years ago where one of the actresses, and we're talking 16-hour shoots, and one of the actresses was having a great time on set, but she'd been on set for a couple hours and she wasn't using her time wisely. When her downtime, she was socializing, joking around with the crew. And we came to the last couple of shots and she was out of gas. She just couldn't do it. She was so exhausted that she couldn't concentrate. She was forgetting lines. She wasn't taking direction, and the director got really frustrated with her, and I'm pretty sure he won't work with her again.
I've had something very similar happen actually a few times. There's nothing more frustrating than when an actor runs out of gas and they don't need to, and they were just a brick wall at that point. And I actually called a few shoots with people where I just was like, all right, you're done for today. Just go home, and I had to move to something else because we were literally getting nothing from them. So I know exactly what you're talking about on that. And then before all that, to get into to short films locally and stuff like that, I think it's super important to get a reel together. Even if it's not, if you don't have anybody that's doing short films that you can do, that's fine. At this day and age, there's no way that there's nothing that you could do to record yourself. There's webcams, there's everything. All you have to do is just record yourself acting out some scenes. It's a lot better to try to act in front of a camera by yourself than to try to sit in an audition room in front of 5 people you don't know, petrified trying to act it out. So if I could see what you look like on camera before time and all that, I think that's really helpful.
Yeah. And speaking of actors starting out and trying to work their way up, I think the reel, like you said, is very important. The best reel you can get. But like you said, even if you have to start out doing yourself on webcam, if it
sounded terrible.
Yeah, let me take that again. Even if you pick up a few subscribers, you never know what'll happen.
Yeah. Well, then you got 100,000 views and you're Paris Hilton. In case you missed it last month, we're really excited about our new sponsor, Domain.com. They're big fans of Film Riot and want to tell you about .tv, which is the perfect domain name for you to start your online video site. After all, who needs television when you've got .tv? What it means is that if you're making a video of any kind and you want to show it off on the web, a .tv domain name is what you need. With .tv websites, you control your content and look more professional than just having a YouTube channel. Want to showcase your work? Get seen on .tv. Now here's what you need to do. Just go to domain.com and search for the perfect .tv domain for your website. Then use coupon code Film Riot at checkout to save an extra 15%. Then if you need to host your website, check out domain.com's hosting plans. They're less than $6 a month and have everything you need to maintain and promote your site. Remember, when you think domains, think domain.com. You got an idea? It all starts with a great domain. That's it for today, but come back next week. We'll be continuing our coverage on Tell, including answering a lot of production questions that you guys have been asking me on Twitter. And speaking of Twitter, if you have a question or you just want to Twitter dap me, you can follow me on twitter.com/Ryan_Conley or hit us up on the Facebook page if you do that sort of thing instead. And I'll see you sexy beasts next week when I save the world by uploading a virus to the enemy's mothership. Are you nervous, Shauna?
No.
I know you're going to do great.
Thanks. Is that because he's taping?
What? No.
See, this is my evil plot against you. I know that you can't publish anything where they're swearing.
Well, it's just we have a lot of time to bleed it out. That's
What if
all.
I do this the whole time we're interviewing?
This is gonna be a happy face. People are gonna be like, "What kind of ring is that?"
I'm so excited about this project.
My next script will not have one single drop of blood in it.
Liar.
It's official.
Liar.
I want to be on the record as saying that
Yeah.
that won't happen.
Yeah.
There'll be pools of blood in that movie.